This video is sponsored by Surfshark. Hello everybody, welcome to Mike's Mike. My name is Mike, but you can call me Galactus because I never stop eating. Shablam. This video is about the Fantastic Four, plus a little more. I'm going to be talking about 4 movies in this video, 2 of which are fantastic, and the other 2 are fantastic movies. You'll see. Putting this out there now, I will not be talking about the chopped 2015 Fantastic Four movie. The 2000s ones are by no means the pinnacle of filmmaking, but they're fun and they've got style. But that other one, I'm just not even going to bother. I've also seen First Steps, so I'll be mentioning some stuff from that, but there won't be anything spoilerific, so don't worry. There will also be a very important MMCU relic returning in this video. Maybe you saw her in the thumbnail. I'm going to start with the 2000s movies. Wow, Mike's Mike talking about a movie from the 2000s. Ill. Did not enjoy talking about myself in the third person. I don't think I need to do an introduction to this movie. I feel like most people would have seen at least the first one or would at least know the cast. Fantastic Four starring Joanne Griffith, Jessica Alba, Chris Evans, Michael Chiklis, and Julian McMahon, RIP, was released in 2005, which is immediately annoying because you should have done that in 2004 and released it on the 4th of April. Hello, let's use our brains. Jessica Alba with blue contacts, Chris Evans without a shirt on. 2 things people would remember from this movie. That and the powers. Speaking of fantastic powers, this video is sponsored by Surfshark. Surfshark VPN, or Virtual Private Network, encrypts all of the data sent between your device and the internet, keeping your online identity safe. Do you ever wish you could stretch how far you could reach with your streaming services? That you could change your location to somewhere else? What a fantastic concept. Surfshark has over 3,200 servers in 100 countries, so you can access and unblock content libraries and streaming services from all over the world. Surfshark VPN also secures your personal information and encrypts your online data so you can browse safely. It's almost like a protective force field. Ooh, the unsavory characters on the public Wi-Fi network are not gonna like that, are they? No. Also, the Clean Web feature blocks ads, trackers, malware, and phishing attempts for rock solid protection. And Surfshark doesn't track you or store activity logs of what you do online either. Almost like you're invisible. You can also connect multiple devices on the one account. Surfshark, babe, you're on fire. Go to surfshark.com/MikesMike. You could click the link in the description or use my code MikesMike at checkout, MIKESMIC, to get 4 extra months of Surfshark VPN. Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk for you to try it out for yourself. Thank you to Surfshark for sponsoring this video. Now back to 2005. Reed Richards and Ben Grimm show up at Victor Von Doom's office to pitch to him to invest in a trip to space to study a high-energy cosmic storm. Reed needs the funding because he's bankrupt, and he knows Victor because they went to school together. Victor Von Doom. I'm sure he's a great guy. Reed also needs Victor's space station, which has special shields on it, to protect whoever goes on the mission from the high-energy cosmic storm, yada yada. After hearing the pitch, Victor's like, yeah, whatever, same old Reed. Always stretching for the stars.
Same old Reed, always stretching, reaching for the stars.
Describing Reed Richards as someone who stretches. Oh, we're like 1 minute in and we're already being silly. Sue turns up. Victor says, this is my director of genetic research, Susan Storm. Okay, Jessica Alba. Jessica Alba is of course loved. Here she is at the 2005 PSP launch. Like, she's real. So Sue works for Victor Von Doom, but also seems to have more than a working relationship with him.
It's funny how things turn out, isn't it?
Seems like she would be swaying at a Coldplay concert with him. But my thing is, why? We're getting the vibe from Reed and Ben that Victor is bad news, but here's baddie Sue, who used to be with Reed and is now with Victor. Like, why is my Triple S sister Susan Storm doing that? Anyway, Victor agrees to finance the trip in exchange for 75% of all profits that come from research from the trip. It's a proper shit deal for Reed, but what can he do? Sue says for Reed to call her about the launch and says,
you can call me in the morning for resources and crew.
I think I remember the number.
It's been changed.
To me, that's giving I switched baristas. Reed says that he wants Ben to pilot the mission, but Sue says, we've already got a pilot. My brother, Johnny Storm. Johnny, stop. Bruh. The concept of Jessica Alba and Chris Evans being siblings. So now they're all on this ship going to the cosmic storm. As in, all 5 characters we've just met are on the ship and no one else is. Bro, why is CEO Victor Von Doom doing the dangerous journey? Victor says to Ben, so I see you're still doing all the heavy lifting. Wink, wink.
Oh, I see you're still doing all the heavy lifting.
Oh my God, bro. What's next? Johnny is a hothead. Sue feels invisible. On the ship, Doom is gearing up to propose to Sue. Johnny gets Ben ready for a spacewalk, and Reed realizes the storm they thought was coming in hours is actually coming in 9 minutes. Bruh, this movie is so goofy. Victor's got the ring box like, Sue, I've got 4 words that would change our lives forever. And then Reed comes into the room like, that cloud is accelerating.
4 little words that can change our lives forever.
The cloud is accelerating.
The cloud is accelerating. That's so silly. The 4 words that will change everything. Hashtag the cloud is accelerating. Exactly. When I propose to someone, I'll say the cloud is accelerating instead of will you marry me, as a reference to the 2005 movie Fantastic Four, of course. Anything for the gag. So one of the big problems here is that Ben is doing a spacewalk, and they need to shut the shields to protect everyone from the storm, but they can't shut the shields until he gets back in from the spacewalk. He tries to make it back into the ship in time, but doesn't, and gets blasted by the cosmic storm. And then the rest of them get blasted too. This is how they get their powers. Hashtag origin story. Ben Grimm is bricked up. Ugly, 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 but practical effects. Let's celebrate that. Johnny can light himself on fire, Sue can go invisible and manipulate force fields, and Reed can stretch. They as a team, in my opinion, are OP. While watching the new movie in IMAX, of course, I was looking at Sue and Reed's powers mainly and thinking, wow, the Avengers are chopped as fuck in comparison. Maybe that's specific to that movie though, because they were very competent. They're not very competent in this movie.
You are trouble.
Trouble is my middle name.
Oh, you're hot.
Why, thank you, so are you.
Oh my God, bruh. These puns are killing me. There's another one where Johnny and a nurse are snowboarding, and she sees him on fire and says, "You're on fire." And he says, "Thanks, you're pretty good too. Shut up." So they're all having these changes, but Victor isn't showing any signs.
I have to do something about this scar. Make sure they only shoot me from my left side.
Ariana Grande be like, after the incident, Victor's company is tanking and the bank is threatening to pull out funding unless he turns things around. Now, something annoying about this movie is that Sue's story seems to mostly revolve around Reed and Victor. Like, let's give her something more to work with. We sort of have that in the second movie. Also, look at this.
You're such a dork, Reed. You never got it, and you never will.
Oh, the Sex and the City Season 2 episode 18, Carrie talking to Big outside his engagement party while Natasha's in the car of it all.
I don't get it.
And you never did.
I don't get it. And you never did. Then Sue says that Reed is chopped for wishing her and Victor the best. I wish nothing but the best. And that he should fight for her because it would be nice to be seen. And then she goes invisible. Oh my God, bruh.
To be seen and heard.
I have to laugh. In the process of trying to control her powers, she works out she can access them during strong emotions. It's kind of giving Finding Nemo, oops, I inked. In that same scene, we had Reed Richards discovering that he's Stretcherella. And from then on, every time he stretches, the CGI on the skin, to me, looks like over-the-hedge human. And I know you know what I mean.
It has to be the cloud. It's fundamentally altered our DNA.
Me, when the cloud fundamentally alters my DNA.
The cloud has fundamentally altered our DNA.
DNA by Little Mix. Oh, the category is timeless classics. One of the loudest songs in history. That song, the one where Perry comes in, she's like, and then that Demi Lovato, Christina Aguilera song. See what I mean about over-the-hedge human CGI? So as I said, Ben is bricked up and he is so mad about it. I mean, I would be mad as fuck if I was Ben, where everyone got cool powers and I served rock. When his partner Andrea from The Walking Dead discovers that he's now Rocky Balboa, she drops him like a ton of bricks. The first time the group properly used their powers is to save a bunch of people on a bridge. A Marvel movie and people stuck on a bridge in New York City, many such cases. There's a police blockage that Sue, Reed, and Johnny need to get past, and it seems like the only way that they can get past is if Sue takes off all her clothes and goes invisible. Except Reed and Johnny also get past by just running around. Right. That is so early 2000s obnoxiousness. Well, obviously, we're going to need Jessica Alba in her underwear in public. Of course we're going to need that, sweetie. Sue works out that she can create these sort of force fields or shields. Sue, storm. So the team saves the day, even though they don't really know what they're doing. The police were going to shoot them, and we had Toad in the background yelling out, "Don't shoot, he's a hero."
Get down on the ground. Get down.
So it's like, yay, let's go team. And then Ben's fuck-ass wife turns up and takes her wedding ring off and leaves it on the bridge. Just foul. In the news coverage about the bridge rescue, journalists are starting to call them the Fantastic Four. What are they? Some kind of Fantastic Four? Everyone wants to know what's happening. Clearly there aren't people with powers in this universe because everyone's gagging. Jeff Bezos' wife is all...
If it's true, you can fly.
Yes, that really is Jeff Bezos' wife. Also, this random Arnett glasses product placement, it was a good investment on their part because it's 20 years later and I'm like, wait, I kind of need those. Oh my God, Stan Lee. Okay, so they're really piling on this Ben is big thing here by having a scene of the Baxter Building elevator not working with him in it.
I'll take the stairs.
And I'm flagging this because at the start of the sequel, Rise of the Silver Surfer, they're all on a passenger plane. What? He can't go in an elevator, but he can get on a plane? Just pissing me off. Meanwhile, Victor Von Doom is crashing out. His scar's getting bigger. His hair's falling out. He's starting to control metal and energy. He's turning into Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom. I'm pretty sure in the comics, Doctor Doom has a totally different origin story. He comes from Latveria and is like a genius who can also do magic. He is from Latveria in this movie, like Latveria exists in universe. But the story here seems to be that he was basically doing Marvel challenges with Sue and Reed at MIT. And then they all ended up going to the high energy cosmic storm together. I'm not loving that for him character development wise, but I understand why they did it. How else would they introduce Doctor Doom if they had 4 other characters they had to show how they got their powers?
I think we have a serious problem.
Anyway, so the Fantastic Four are back in their suits.
Sort of Armani meets astronaut.
I tried to order one of these suits for this video and it was going to cost me $400 and I said, that's fine, I'll do it for the arts and the culture. And then it said it arrived in November and I said no. And it would have looked good too. Sue sees herself on the cover of a magazine hanging from a newsstand. Hang on. The Carrie Bradshaw season 2 episode 4 single and fabulous question mark of it all. And that scene is way too similar to just be a coincidence. I feel like the Monster Energy lady bottoms up and the devil laughs. Anyway, Sue gets swarmed by fans and to escape she has to get naked. Right. Of course. Yeah. And then, of course, Reed walks in on Sue after the shower while she's naked. Right. Oh my God, bruh. Also, this? I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Ben goes to mope at a bar and meets blind Alicia, played by Kerry Washington. I said, wow, what a match made in heaven. One of my friends also recently rewatched this movie and he didn't realize that Kerry Washington was trying to play a blind woman. When he said that, I lost it because what did you think she was doing? So apologies, Miss Washington. I don't know if you pulled that one off. So Reed's been trying to work out how to reverse their transformations by recreating the high energy cosmic storm. But it doesn't work. Plus Victor's been running around killing people. So the squad should probably go handle that. But not before Reed does this dumb shit.
I guess that's what I thought you always wanted. A stronger man.
Oh my God, bruh. To try and dismantle the team, Victor Von Doom tells Ben that the reason why Reed can't get the machine working is because he's taking his time because he wants to hang out with Sue. And Ben just believes him. Okay. Okay, Mr. Von Doom. He's just dumb as rocks. He's got rocks for brains. Doom's got a mask now, by the way, and he's trying to kill Mr. Fantastic by super cooling him and snapping him. Okay, science. Also, while watching this scene, I thought, hang on, Susan hiding from Dr. Doom while invisible sort of has horror movie potential. And then I thought, do we have superhero horror movies? I'm not aware of any. But that could be interesting. There's definitely something there. Bro, this movie's lit like an interactive roller coaster. It's basically the movie world spooky coaster. And the way they're all spawning at locations 500 meters away from where we just saw them 10 seconds ago. Like, how did bro get here after being here? He can't be moving that fast. If he was running, we would have heard him because he's big and loud. Also, he can't take the elevator. So you're telling me he took the stairs He took the stairs. The Fantastic Four defeat Doctor Doom by working together. Exactly. That's on teamwork. Johnny goes supernova to warm Brother Doom up, and then they rapidly cool him. It's giving blacksmith. They blacksmithed him. Also, I feel like the Johnny Flame On CGI actually holds up pretty well. Like, this looks good. Reed proposes to Sue. 4 words that could change our lives. The cloud is accelerating. I'm just kidding, guys. He doesn't see that. Doom is put in a shipping container and sent back to Latveria. Like, that was fun and fine. It was fine. And that's fine. Cool. On to the next movie. Ooh, the Silver Surfer. Just hot as fuck. And excellently CGI'd. Much to be said about Mr. Surfer. The SparkNotes summary is that he is a herald for Galactus. Galactus. Gaga. He surfs around the universe looking for planets for Galactus to eat, and he's basically indestructible. Obviously, we'll be talking more about the Surfer and Galactus in the context of this movie, but I also wanted to mention, in First Steps, we have Julia Garner as Shalabal, Galactus's herald. In the Shalalal. In the comics, Shalabal is Norrin Rad's partner, Norrin Rad being the Silver Surfer in this movie. Shalabal is one of my favorite parts of the new movie. I think Julia Garner just does a great job, especially with her line delivery. I herald his beginning. I herald your end. I herald Galactus.
I herald Galactus.
Ooh, the way she says Galactus and then serves. Ready? Galactus. Don't make me pull out that face card. Anyway, I love the concept of a planet-eating villain and his herald called the Silver Surfer, so I should love this movie called Rise of the Silver Surfer, right? This time, Sue plays a more important role, so I think a transformation is needed. I herald her beginning. I herald your end. I herald blonde wig. Hey! Yep, you're right. The rumors are true. This is the Alison de Swagrentis wig, aka the Quinn Slay wig, aka the Serena van der Oompfsen wig, returning to the MMCU as Susan Storm. And wow, what a moment. Yeah, I look a bit chopped, but I look weathered, like I've lived. And the gloves, I mean, she doesn't wear white gloves in these movies, but I thought it was needed. Ready, I'll do her pose. Ooh, I kind of got into that. Forgot this wig is fucking hostile. I wanted to get some blue contacts as well to complete the Sue serve. However, my immune system is so weak right now that I feel like if I put contacts on my eye, I would contract some kind of ancient eyeball flu. This movie starts with a planet being destroyed by what looks like having holes drilled through it. Then an energy source enters Earth's atmosphere and starts fucking shit up. Solidification of the bay in Japan, making it snow in Egypt, shutting down all the power in LA. Whoa! They dialed up the level of blue in those contacts like crazy. Like, damn girl, we see him. And this time they added blue eyeshadow, like we get it. They've got Jessica Alba in these contacts and that wig looking crazy. Reed and Susan are getting married. They've been trying to get married for a while now, but keep getting interrupted by the end of the world, etc.
That's my seat. Sorry.
This is what I was talking about with the elevator thing from the first movie. Also, this is so dumb, so bear with me. But him saying, "That's my seat.
That's my seat,"
reminds me of Wendy Williams telling the story of Christina Aguilera saying, "What's up? This my seat."
She walked in the room, she's like, "What's up?" I was like, "How are you doing?" She said, "Is this my seat?" I was like, are we serious?
That is one of my favorite clips. Also, how's this for a fun fact? Sean Astin, who was at one stage hoping to direct one of these movies, wanted Christina Aguilera to be Sue Storm. Also, Mads Mikkelsen auditioned for Reed Richards. Robert Downey Jr. was considered for Doom, which is crazy in hindsight. Anyway, if The Thing was sitting next to me on a plane, I would be so fucking mad.
I hope it rains.
Like, fix that attitude. Whoa! This wedding storyline, whatever. It feels so 2007 derogatory to be like, here's Mr. Fantastic and Johnny Storm and The Thing at a club for a bucks party.
Sorry.
I'm not laughing. I need him destroyed. But what's funny about this is there's an unreleased Nicole Scherzinger song called Physical playing at the club. The song was supposed to go on her scrapped debut solo album, Her Name is Nicole. An unreleased Nicole Scherzinger song playing at the club. Honey, you're at the gay club. Some US Army people turn up at the Baxter building looking for Reed, but they find Sue, who takes them to the club to get Reed. Apparently this guy was supposed to be Nick Fury, but Fox would have had to have purchased the rights to use him. So General Hager it is. Whoa! Everything was blue. General Hager's like, whatever that energy source is, wherever it goes, it leaves these huge holes in Earth. Reed's like, we could build a sensor to track the object, but I'm not doing it, because I'm getting married on Saturday, and that comes first. And Sue's like, yay! An intergalactic energy source is leaving 200-meter diameter holes in the Earth, and you're like, my wedding comes first. Exactly! Your country needs your help. That's giving The Incredibles. The public is in danger. My evening's in danger. So Sue's like, yay, thank you for turning down saving the world for our wedding. But Reed secretly builds the sensor anyway. He's just too much of a good person, you guys. Oh my god. The energy source continues its little world tour, flying over Latveria and reanimating Dr. Doom. Yay! That's me in my office for sure. It's also giving Twilight. It's a possibility. It's wedding time, you guys. Sue's getting ready, and then something diabolical happens. Something that could change the lives of everyone involved. Sue gets a zit.
I've got a zit.
Can't you put makeup on it?
Oh my god, I could not believe it. She uses her powers to hide it, and then says she has to focus on the area continuously for the next 8 hours.
Now all I have to do is concentrate on the area continuously for the next 8 hours.
And from that second onwards, hashtag Sue's pimple was front of mind for me. For the rest of the movie, I was constantly checking to see if she had unfocused the pimple. It was so stressful, guys. Sue's big zit. Does anyone remember Sue's big move? Mike's veterans would know about that.
So what's it take to date the Human Torch?
Fireproof lingerie and a lot of Aloe.
I kind of like the stupid sexual jokes and references in this one. Obviously contextual. A lot of the stuff in the first one just felt blech. I feel like Johnny Storm would absolutely be freaking it left, right, and center if he was real. So I guess I'm enjoying that aspect of it. So the wedding's about to happen. Sue looks gorge. Now remember what I said in my Bride So Confusing video about 2000s weddings. This is 2007. Sue is a bride to be. Of course, both her parents are dead. Yep. So Sue and Reed are just about to get married, and then...
Johnny.
This is Dolce.
I like that Johnny knows his brands. I also feel like a fun flip they could have done in First Steps is have Johnny be gay. I feel like it's not that far of a stretch. Johnny goes after the energy source. Boom, it's the Silver Surfer, aka the Silver Server.
Oh, that is cool.
Anytime the Silver Surfer is surfing around, they dialed up the gagometer to the max. The max level being 8, of course, shablam. Let me just tell you, me at age 12, watching the Silver Surfer come out of the building's rippling. Oh, I was floored. This is so fierce. Are you kidding me? The scene of the Silver Surfer taking Johnny to space and then dropping him is so cool too. In space, the Silver Surfer says,
Your herald summons you.
okay, Lawrence Fishburne. I herald Galactus. Okay, so where's Galactus? Don't be shy, show me Galactus. Johnny comes back to tell everyone about the Skinny server, and the thing says,
So, did you follow the shiny man to Lollipop Land or the Rainbow Junction?
like, he is proper pissing me to fuck off this movie. So annoying. I like they try to make it realistic that Reed is naming this mysterious entity the Silver Surfer.
This entity, this Silver Surfer.
Who is he? Some sort of Joker? Some sort of Dark Knight? A little development here is that after Johnny's run-in with the Silver Surfer, anytime he touches another one of the Fantastic Four, they swap powers. So of course this means Sue touches Johnny by accident and turns into the Human Torch and burns her clothes and turns back and is naked. Wig, what do you have to say about that? It's just disrespectful, like of course that's happening.
Why does this always happen to me?
It's just ridiculous.
My inside sources are telling me that the unlucky bride-to-be...
Not Juliana Rancic for E! News. So old mate Victor Von Doom, aka Dr. Doom, has been tracking the Silver Surfer to pitch an all-star villain team-up. But the server doesn't give a fuck.
Together, we could be unstoppable.
All that you know is at an end.
I herald your end. Reed works out that every planet the surfer has been to, 8 days later, that planet dies. Mind you, this is at the halfway point of the movie. It's a tight 90. So it starts to feel like, what's happening with the pacing? Are we going to see Galactus? Show me Galactus. It's so interesting to make the Silver Surfer the main possible antagonist and then just not show Galactus until the end. Now, the rest of the plot is, bruh. General Hager's like, you guys are chopped as fuck. I'm bringing in some help. Here's Victor Von Doom.
You trust Victor and you're gonna regret it.
So far, the only one I've regretted trusting here is you.
Be serious. Just the name alone. It's like saying, I brought in some help. Here's Mr. Evil. Mr. Evil's here to help us, guys. So why is Dr. Doom helping? Well, the girls don't know it yet, but he wants the serve board. So now it's geniuses Reed Richards, Sue Storm, and Victor Von Doom working together, and then Chop Hose, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm being like, oh well, it's out of our dummy dumb hands now. I don't like that. I think they all should have been smart. I mean, when I type on the keyboard, that makes you serve to the left. Bruh. bruh. There's our mandatory Chris Evans shirtless scene. They make some shit to catch the Silver Surfer, blah blah. There's annoying characters being annoying, like what are you even talking about? Then Sue comes face to face with the server. She asks him why he's destroying Earth, and he says, I have no choice. And that he isn't the destroyer. That would be Galactus. Okay. So let's see Galactus. Don't be shy. Show me Galactus. Oh. The idiot US Army fires a missile at the surfer and he does this. Ended with ease. He said, next. Reed's capture tool thing works. They manage to get the surfer off his board, which is the source of his power. The idiot army takes him for testing and Sue rescues him by going invisible. Yup. Meanwhile, the Thing is saying things like, maybe the general was right. It's rocks for brains.
Just saying that maybe the general's right about this.
Shut up, the adults are talking. The basic summary of what's happened here is, hi, I'm the Silver Surfer and I've marked your planet for destruction. Hi, I'm Sue Storm. Please don't do that. Okay. Silver Surfer tells Susan that his name is Norrin Rad and that Galactus, devourer of worlds, feeds on energy to survive. If Norrin keeps up his job as Herald, Galactus won't destroy his home planet. And on his home planet is his partner who Sue reminds him of. In the comics, the partner is Shalabal. In the Shalalal. He also says that he doesn't draw Galactus to the planets. The board is the beacon. Hashtag, the board is the beacon. And oh my god, would you believe it? Doom has killed the idiot army to steal the board. Wow, that's so crazy. Who saw that coming? He puts his mask back on. He does an anti-dream. Oh, so the gang need to catch Victor and the board. Wait, it's the board. I've got the board. The board has concluded the call. If you didn't realize, that was Severance. Mark. Time to whip out the fantastic car that Reed has been building so they don't have to fly commercial anymore. The way he can just make anything. Tony Stark, you're nothing. So they have to fight Doom again. And he would have got away with it if it weren't for those meddling kids. Sue gets speared defending the Silver Surfer, and then Galactus shows up. So show me... Oh. It's a cloud. Hashtag the cloud is accelerating. Oh my god, guys, it's a proposal. Johnny defeats Doom by absorbing all their powers. Looks kind of goofy. But also, like, how would you even defeat that? Sue dies from her wounds. Just kidding. The Silver Surfer saves her. He's such a good person. He then sacrifices himself to kill Galactus Cloud. Hold on. Is that? So yes, Galactus is destroyed, the cloud is decelerating, Norrin Rad is so loved, everyone's powers are back to normal, yay. Sue and Reed have their wedding in Japan to avoid media circus in New York. Like, okay. But why did you have to... Never mind. That wig is truly insane. What are we doing? Also, guys, don't worry. The Silver Surfer is still alive. Norrin Rad, sweetie, you're everything. And Galactus, you're nothing. So that's all great. But what about Sue's pimple? I was thinking about it the whole time. When she fake died, I thought, oh well, I guess everyone's gonna see the pimple now. Hashtag Sue's pimple, let's get it trending. These movies are very goofy, but they're fun. And fun stuff is important. You can be a 2-star movie and still be loved. Now, I mentioned at the start I was going to be talking about 4 movies, and you might be thinking, well, 2 does not equal 4. And you would be right, actually. for once. There are two other movies I want to mention, movies that came to mind while watching these ones. So in the first Fantastic Four movie, we had the crew on the spaceship heading towards the high energy cosmic storm. We all remember, of course. Chris Evans surviving on a spaceship in the mid-2000s. Sunshine, 2007, directed by Danny Boyle. Guys, this movie, I love this movie. It's about a crew of scientists on a ship called the Icarus II flying to the sun to drop a bomb in the sun to restart it because it's dying. Flying to the sun, Johnny goes supernova, which is the temperature of the sun, right? There's links. The cast is absolutely bonkers. Cillian Murphy, Rose Byrne, Michelle Yeoh, Chris Evans, Benedict Wong, Cliff Curtis, Hiroyuki Sanada. Whenever I tell people about this movie, they are gobsmacked because it's got all these huge names in it and they've never heard of it. I will say, it's not everyone's cup of tea because it sort of blends genres. Like, I see it as a sci-fi movie in the first act, survival movie in the second act, and then the third act I won't say what it is because that's a controversial part. But I think that decision is gutsy and cool. So if you want to watch a movie about Chris Evans in space that's better than these movies about Chris Evans in space, watch Sunshine. The fact he did Sunshine the same year he did Rise of the Silver Surfer is insane. This movie might be moved to my Letterboxd top 4, but I need to Tyra Banks pull photo cards to work out who's going to London. The other movie I wanted to mention was The Incredibles. Someone who stretches. Okay. Someone with super strength. Okay. Someone who can go invisible and manipulate force fields. Okay. And then a fast little hothead. In The Incredibles, we have the Underminer. In Fantastic Four, we have Mole Man. Matching red suits, matching blue suits. Super baby. So you could definitely say there are some similarities for sure, but there are also obviously differences. Like, the Parr family is not super smart at making their own gadgets and costumes. We've got Edna Mode and other characters, and all of the four being a family makes a difference thematically. India Golf 909 transmitting in the blind guard, disengage, repeat, disengage. I read that script changes were made to the first Fantastic Four movie when The Incredibles came out. I would have been mad as fuck. This kids movie comes out and they did the Fantastic Four better than the Fantastic Four. So if you want a good Fantastic Four movie, watch The Incredibles. Also, a fun little link is that Michael Giacchino did the music on The Incredibles and has also done the music on First Steps. So there you go. What a fantastic video. Thank you for watching, of course. Be sure to head to the link in the description to get that delicious Surfshark deal. Use my code MikeSmike. Apologies for the slight sick element in my voice, but if I waited until I was totally well to record a YouTube video, honey, there'd be no videos. If you take nothing else from this video, I want you to remember Sue's pimple.